cybersecurity industry, specifically forensics, is rapidly growing. Malware and ransomware are pretty difficult to detect to the naked eye. There's always increasing strains of these types of attacks, and we can't always keep up with them right away. The problem is there's people out there who will continue to develop, strains that are more powerful and they do more, and we need to be able to figure out how to combat that. My name is Jared DeCrosta. I'm a cybersecurity student here at Utica College with a minor in fraud and financial crime investigation, and I work in the Northeast Cyber Forensic Center. We sent a team on site to a client who had believed to have been attacked by ransomware. The team then went and verified that this seemed to be the case. They removed all of the hard drives from the server racks and brought them back here to the forensic lab for analysis. Once we received them here, we entered them into our evidence system and started uploading them and imaging them into some of our forensic software that we use. So we use high-powered computers with certainly very advanced technology within them, and we use programs that allow us to create exact duplicates of the drives. Once we've created the duplicates, we're able to verify them and open them in another suite of tools that allows us to go in and view the files that are held within the drive. This particular client was completely down without this data being returned. So the end goal for us was to find previous versions that hadn't been affected by the ransomware in order to get those back and turn them over to the client so they could resume operations. Whoever performed this, we believe it was an overseas attack, was able to lock up most of their data in return for what they were looking for was ransom. And what ended up happening was the company was not going to pay that ransom, so we were able to go in and acquire the previous versions of the files they were looking for, enough to get them back up and running for their Monday business operations. And I think for me, the most important part was being able to work in a team environment. There's people here on the weekends, or we were doing as much as we could in order to make sure that this was done, in a timely manner for the client. And because without it, they're out of business. And that's the end game, I think, is to make sure that the clients are happy and that they can continue and resume normal functionality of their business. A lot of what many students aspire to do is put the casework that we're working on in our classes, whether it be forensics or networking classes, into practice. So it's one thing to be working on what you would call a dead case, or a case that it was created for the purpose of a learning activity, and it's a completely different thing to be working on a case that's live, real world, interacting with the people involved, and performing the forensics on a case that needs to come to a swift and precise end. Having that opportunity to speak to professors and be able to go to them at any time with questions and not just have one mentor, one person who you could go to, have it spread out throughout the field and throughout the Utica College faculty, I think really helped me be able to understand my options and where I could go. And if I had issues or I had questions, I could come to them and ask, and I'd get a response right away. And I think that really set me down the right path, and here I am today.